What's going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to another edition of Pardon the Brickruption. That's Corey. I'm Mel. What's up, man?
I'm tired, man.
it's
Tired.
it's the fourth quarter of the brick convention season, and you're tired. What if we go into overtime?
We better not. We better not. Dude, I'm tired. Listen, man. 2, 3, you think 4 years ago,
Uh huh.
my summers used to be teaching summer camps, coming home, chilling for the weekend. Now, 4 years later, teaching summer camps, getting packed up and ready to go, off to a new city, off to a new town, displaying, motivating, inspiring, coming back home on Sunday to wake up on Monday, do it all again. I'm not complaining. I'm just tired. I'm just tired.
Oh man. So so tired Corey needs to look himself in the mirror at Sneaker Corey and tell Sneaker Corey to stop. How's that about your high tops, huh?
I'm awake now. I'm awake. I'm awake. Oh, good.
All right. First up, Brick Hive calls for bounty against the trolls.
Mm.
What do you know?
Well, I know that we live in a social media society. And in this social media society, we have people who are, just trying to make some good content, trying to be great inspirers, motivators. And then you got the folks that want to tear it all down. Not to get political, but a couple years ago we had the biggest troll in the White House. Some might say,
Right,
you
right,
know, and a whole bunch of people they loved that.
right.
Like, they wanted that.
Mm-hmm,
Some people didn't.
mm-hmm.
So trolls are part of the fabric of our society now.
Right.
People who just hate something that other people love, they hate it, they want to tear it down.
Mm-hmm,
They see something in someone else that they're envious of, and they want to try to find ways of trying to destroy what that person is building up.
mm-hmm.
So, what I know about it though, the story, I don't know much about the story. You know me, I'm a hermit. I stay in my zone. I get my money. I do what I gotta do. I buy my sneakers, as you say. I buy my Lego, and that's it. That's all the involvement I want. But it is sad that this is the state of affairs when it comes to this community, where instead of us building each other up, we're too busy tearing each other down.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that, and beware, you might have some trolls following you after this segment. So it could happen, because everybody always steps up to the bar. But um, I think in a situation where, like, when I first came into the AFOL community before Lego Masters, before the DMV Bros and stuff like that. So I was in there, and let me tell you, like, my experience with the AFOL community, it was like Texas Roadhouse at the trucker stop.
It's about
So,
right.
but those dudes, let me tell you, those dudes welcomed me into their community.
Mm.
And it was cool, man. Like, it was cool. And eventually as it started to grow, you had some people who were just, maybe they just wasn't happy with themselves. And they began, and I talked about it in my keynote speech. Sometimes elevation is isolation. And
Mhm.
it was a few people that started to troll a certain person that was shining in the community. And it was bad, bro. Like, I'm sitting there watching it firsthand, and it was bad. And I say firsthand because I knew who the troll was.
Mm.
Eventually it just got old, man. Like, that stuff gets old. Especially, here's the thing, is that when you're an adult, like, if you're a kid, you really don't know no better, right?
Right,
um
right.
but until the trouble come to your house knocking on your door. But if you're an adult and you're still doing this, and there's adults, let me tell you, hi, your troll is an adult.
What if it's a kid?
It's an adult, bro. And that's as far as I'm gonna go with it. But Hive, like, and he's fueling that and using that as a tool. The dude's like viewership is going through the roof, and he don't even need the trolls for that to happen because he's a charismatic type of guy anyway, right?
Mhm.
And so he's using the ideal of the trolls that are messing with him in his live streams and doing these other streams and talking about it. But you can see himself, I can see Hive unravel.
Mm.
I'm seeing the side of Hive that I haven't seen before. And
Right.
so it only becomes almost where like you get that taste of the dark side a little bit, right? And these
Right.
trolls push you to the point to the dark side. Now let me tell you, the the free zone was real. Like, and it's been a while since I did a free zone. People want to probably tell you that I went commercial, right? But I can cut up just the next, like, I'm from Jersey, you from Jersey, we straight Andrew Dice Clay.
That's right.
But I'm trying to turn a new leaf and not go to that. But there's trolls out here that just don't like the A4 community because maybe they just, you know, don't have anything in common with them. And like you said, they get to a point where they want to tear it down
Hmm.
because they can't be a part of it. So, instead of standing by and just being a good observer or watching the community and just being a fan, they feel like they have to invoke themselves into a community that just never accepted them.
I mean, again, that's the distinct characteristics of a troll.
Hmm.
You destroy what you're not a part of,
Right.
and because you're not a part of it, you don't want anyone else to be a part of it. So I remember doing my streams, and I would get trolls to come on, and me, I was like you said, we're from Jersey, so we got thick skin.
Yeah.
So nothing that you can ever tell me that's going to tear me down.
Right.
That's point blank period. Because and it's crazy. Deion Sanders had this. There's this meme that's out. Deion Sanders was talking. He said I think he was saying this to a reporter. He said, "Ain't nothing you could ever say right now that would ever destroy me because I already have a legacy. I've already created that. There's no words that you can say that can affect me because you're here because of me." And he said that with so much confidence, and I was wow. I'm like, yeah, like that's the type of energy that we need, you know,
Right.
and that's how you defeat a troll. You show them that it doesn't affect you.
Right. Yeah.
Words of
Yeah.
advice for you.
Yep. Yeah, man. So good luck on that Hive. But put your money back in your pocket because you already know who your troll is. Are all U.S. brick conventions just leaning towards pop culture?
Okay. All right. I'm going to approach this unbiased
Mhm.
because if you look at my background, a lot of my mocks are pop culture related. I have Mario. I got the NBA symbol. I got my Lego Master Championship. Ain't nobody take that title off me yet.
Yeah.
So my championship up here, you know. So I have a lot of pop culture. I love pop culture because that's my age. The '80s boom. That was when things started to become in your face. Video games was the craze. So we were raised in the world of pop culture.
Right.
Now, when it comes to the Lego convention, I'm gonna say that there are some conventions that lean towards the pop culture. Some conventions. I'll give you an example.
Mhm.
This past weekend, I was out at Brick Fan Fest in Tampa. Best in the best in show
Mhm.
was a Lego Master, yes. But if you see what he built, it had nothing to do with pop culture.
Okay.
Nothing to do with pop culture. It was all about manipulating the bricks, the lighting, smoke. It was. If you look at the build, it was Mark from season 2, champion.
Yeah.
If you look at the build and you're not into the art, like archaeological, reservation type thing,
Mhm.
if you're not into that, you're gonna look at the build and be like, okay, this is good lighting and all that stuff. but the way that they took the time to just build it, and if you haven't seen their build, go on their page, check out their build. That was number one.
Right.
Now there were other pop culture things in that convention,
Mm-hmm.
pop culture things. None of them got any nods.
Hmm.
They awarded the people who were original. Their ideas were original.
Okay.
Even if it was pop culture related, it was still an original design. You know, because of what Mark did, that inspired me to take what I usually bring and
Mm-hmm.
add an element of originality to it. A lot of the stuff I bring is pop culture. I have
Okay.
my action figures that are video game culture. I got my consoles, pop culture. I got my Marvel stuff, pop culture. But now I want to add an element of showcasing my creativity.
Okay.
And that's something I want to start bringing into my section of the shows. But do I think that pop culture is becoming the new craze for the conventions? Certain conventions, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Other small time conventions, not small time, but I would say more regional, local conventions. I don't think so.
Yeah, I kind of lean towards it. I've seen, I've done my fair share of conventions this year, and not for lack of a better example, one of my lug members, and that's
Mm,
what I say. I don't want to seem like I'm biased, but this guy really put down the bricks. He made the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It was about 6 feet tall off the ground, right? And it
mm,
was very remarkable. Not to say that anything else was remarkable in that building, whatever, but there was a lot of themed awards that were leaning towards the something that was pop culture,
mhm.
um, versus just the everyday or just ordinary theme. And I hate to say ordinary themes aren't ordinary, but any other theme.
Right.
And so it kind of stunk because like we were, let me tell you, my lug was probably nominated for about 7 awards and they snubbed us, bro. Like they snubbed us. But out of seven picks, you get zero, right? And so it's like, it takes you back because other than the Star Wars, I don't think that anybody on my lug table actually did anything else that was pop culture, and even their Star Wars didn't even get a glance over. And here's the thing: is that I think that, do I like Virginia Brick Fair? Yes, absolutely. I love that show because it is so easy to get to, like, and it's at home. And so and I do like the way that things are ran. But and here's the thing, is Todd will tell you real quick that, you know, you shouldn't be there to be rewarded or awarded or however you want to call it. You shouldn't be there to take the title. But here's the thing with that is, and I say that like you should build, to show off your builds and say, hey, look, this is what I did. Take your pictures and enjoy it. And I did. I did the same thing. I put my Tappy 101 up, enjoyed it. Put my builds out elsewhere and had a good time. And but you get someone who are, tell that to the competitive builder, right? Tell that to the A fall competitive builder who been scheming and plotting and planning all year long for this moment, and knowing that, hey, look, when you take a look around, here's the thing: it's not even being cocky or anything like that, but you take a look around and you can see yours, and you look at everybody else's and say, hey, damn, man, I'm the shit.
Yeah, you don't get no recognition. But again, it all is going to boil down to that argument. Are you displaying your work to get a little Lego trophy?
Right.
Are you displaying your work because you want people to see your talent? That's
Yeah.
the balance.
That's tough break. Real tough break. Real tough break. All right. Next up, um, build your story. Let me build your story update. So I went on a journey with the Lego group through the land. Yes, your boy is a part of the land. I'm coming up on a year, and it's been truly grateful, great opportunity that I have. And so they hooked me up. They reached out to me to actually directly work with the Lego group, and uh, they were able to actually come up with this stream.
Mm,
And so it's called Build Your Story. So this is here where they're trying to reach out to Black families, and this particular area was in Atlanta, right? And
Mhm.
so they picked a couple families that were in Atlanta, black families that were in, and they gave them a bunch of these bricks here that you're going to see, and they gave them a booklet with instruction with some themes. And so that bill that you're looking at right now is yours truly. I built this as one of the themes that they gave me to build on, and so they wanted this graphic book to be filled with, capable builds using these bricks. Sorry, my Lego master skills wasn't up par, but those were some tough bricks to build. And see, look, I usually I like to stay with like certain colors, right? And when you get those mixed brick boxes, they come in all kinds of crazy colors. So you kind of got to really use your imagination and just use the shapes, right?
Oh yeah, forces
So
you out of your comfort zone.
oh yeah, definitely, man, definitely. So this is one of the families that received that box, that package, the Watkins family. Now you might, the average person wouldn't know who Derek Watkins is, but you know, and I know who this guy is. This is Farnsworth Bentley. This was P Diddy's a personal assistant back when they were making the band, and my man was so funny on that show, bro. So when I saw this, man, I was ecstatic. I was ecstatic. Like I'm like, what? This dude saw my face in this packet.
That's great. Listen, man. Before you continue, Farnsworth Bentley,
Hmm.
man, it, he was hilarious.
He
Like
was.
he was just dance, like Diddy. They called Diddy. You remember Suge Knight would say, "Yo, you got the producer dancing in the video." They called Diddy the Christian dancer.
Right.
He's always in videos, hip hop videos, dancing around. Bentley came and said, "Hold my umbrella." Let me see you dance Christian style. This man was all over the place, and it's crazy because he just disappeared. You know,
Yeah.
Bad Boy fell. He disappeared, and
It, man. Yeah. Yeah. He made his money and got on out of there. Did something bigger, man. Good on that dude, man.
absolutely.
But yeah, man, this dude should have. To me, this dude should have been a comedian, man, because he would be quick to clown those fools that were on making the band, man. He was he was trying to help them, but they wasn't helping themselves. So he was like, "Look, man, like I can't help you if you ain't trying to help yourself."
Exactly.
All right, next up we got Sierra. Trinity Sierra. She's a mom blogger who shares real ups and downs of motherhood, right? So she's got the whole family here, and that's her family there. So they got a package to build as well.
Hmm.
And every last one of these folks are on Instagram. You can look at their social media. They posted these the packages and their builds. And I'm gonna tell you something at the end of this here too. So Brianna Harmon, which we saw, she was on Instagram, and she posted that she got a package, and then she posted a post of the creations with her and her little ones right here, which was beautiful.
Absolutely.
And next up, this one here, little Rudy Huxtable. Man, when I seen this, oh man, like you in life, there's gonna be a watershed moment where you sit back and you look at yourself and you say, "Daggone it, I made it." And so, whether that is being in a room with somebody who's who, or you being the who, you get that watershed moment. This is my watershed moment because this person actually seen my face in that book. So, and I'm gonna tell you something at the end of this, but this is a big deal for me because this was like eh, you know, this was our family back in the 80s, right? Like the Huxtables were like every black American how it was the black American dream.
Yes.
And every family thrived to be like the Huxtables, right?
Hmm.
And even if you didn't, you tuned in on that special date and time to watch, the Cosby Show, because you can relate to at least one of their kids, if not the parent, or there's an uncle or somebody, right? You can relate to somebody, and they always told real stories.
Right.
And so seeing this here was a big deal for me because I still hold this actor up there to the highest standard, right? Because she's gone on and have longevity in her acting career, and
Right.
so this is a great big deal for me.
I'm gonna say something real quick. I used to have some big crushes back in the day. You had Whitley
Yeah.
from Different World, that
Uh-huh.
queen right there. Then
Hmm.
Laura Winslow. That
Yeah.
was that was she was that was Bay. That was Bay.
Hmm.
Moesha. That was Boo Thing.
Right, right, right.
But Rudy Huxtable. That was as a kid. That's
Yeah.
that's my girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to tell people at school, yeah, I saw my girlfriend the other day. She was describing the episode to them.
Bro,
I
you out there perpetrating the fraud, dude.
They're like, yo, what's your girlfriend's name? Oh, that's not important. This is this is what he was doing. Yo, straight out here perpetrating, man. And
Perpetrating the fraud. Yeah, my girl Keisha, yo. My girl Keisha.
wait a minute. Yo, wait a minute. That was
Oh.
last night on the Cosby show. You talking about Rudy Huxtable? I said, shut up. Had to walk away. That was
You had to walk away.
broke
Get
my
your feelings crushed. Oh man, dang go.
man.
I
You
feel that's a trip, bro. Yeah, man. That's and that's a person that been in everybody's household, man. White, black, or indifferent. Like somebody, if you grew up in the '80s, you saw the Cosby Show.
yes, yes.
So, all right. So next up, we got Jamila and Q.
Hmm.
They're a two-mom family raising their two daughters, Harper and Holland, and they do creative vlogs. So they are huge social media influencers. And
Awesome.
then we have the Reed crew, Harold and Maria, and they
Hmm.
had 5 kids ranging from 5 to 12,
Wow.
and they are also bloggers on there. So here's a few things that I bet that's me and my fam right there.
Hmm.
So that was the household item I had to build. So they gave me the medium creative box. They gave me the lots of bricks box, and they gave me the fantasy forest, and it gave me 15 days to complete. Your boy took 12. I took 12 days to finish up.
All
And
right.
so some of the themes, let me slide down here. Some of the themes were family, everyday, Atlanta, and community, right? And so for family, I did that tree house. I did that family tree house right there, where it's like a family house and everything like there. Every day is me building Lego with kids at the club. So that's me with the kids, and we're
Hmm.
building some Legos. One's got the castle on there. The other one has a video game that they put together there, and the other one was like a I think it was like a monster. I did a little bit of monster. I was trying to do a little monster or something. It's a little bit tough. Definitely out of my comfort zone, but it was well worth it.
Right.
So something they wanted you to build something that was Atlanta. So in Atlanta they have these big letters that are just like that. They're
Mm.
in wooden, they're wood, and they're just like that with the L like that. So I did the ATL, and I did this skate right here for Cascades, the skate ring Cascades, and so I did
That's
this
all.
little skate right here. For ATL. For community, they let your boy, build something outside of those brick boxes because it was a little bit tight on the creativity for me. Like, cause we get to a level you become a perfectionist. Everything has to be a certain color. You don't
Right.
like your colors touching. You're just weird like that. And so they
Yeah.
gave me the flexibility to build something. And so I put this build in here. This is a community barbershop, bro. I think you'll like the story. So the I actually built this on commission, and what it is that it's a barber can do. He decided to buy a building in his community and open up a barbershop, but this is not just a regular barbershop. It's a barbershop that sells fresh produce. So the barbershop, his name is Fresh Cuts, which is the
Ooh.
produce, right? And so what he did do was he actually, so the bottom part is the produce outlet plus the barber shop. The second level is a mental health facility, right? Because black people, when it comes to mental health, some of us are too prideful to go see the doctor, and so
Right.
we don't. So Barbara Can Do actually made it easier for the community to come and get your head checked. And when you get your head checked, you can go upstairs a little bit further. There's a gym on the top floor, and then there's a walk and run track on the roof.
Wow.
So you get it's mental and physical wellness all in one building.
Listen, man, this is what this was the goal, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Year ago, at our first, sit down, we talked about, that Black Panther set and inclusion. You
yeah,
know, the goal was to make a difference. The goal was to, make something change in the world of Lego.
hmm,
So, this is a major step, to introduce families to Lego, to introduce families that look like these families to Lego as well, because
yes.
we're big influencers in their lives and stuff like that. So, I'm glad that you were the one to hold the banner for that, man, because that's major.
Yeah, I'm glad they because they honestly they could have picked anybody, right? Like kudos to Randall with that Walmart, like that Walmart thing
Yeah,
that was going on, that collaboration with Walmart and
great.
and Lego and stuff like that. That is huge. When I see that, brother, I'm gonna give you a big hug, bro, because you're pulling the weight for all of us. And
Right.
so and that's all I wanted to do is that us, we pull the weight in, and so that black families like those that we just seen, come to Lego and they build. And here's my end goal. My end goal is that somebody young, somebody a young black builder takes this seat over and continue on. I don't have no problem stepping aside. I don't. Not to say that I'm somewhere, I'm up here. I'm not, because I'm an activist like you're an activist, and I'm ready to toe the line like you. And
Mhm.
so, so that was a real feel good for me. So it didn't end there.
Okay.
They In October they planned on flying your boy out to Atlanta to go meet these folks.
That's
So
beautiful.
that
That's beautiful.
awesome. Like that is awesome. I get to see Farnsworth Bentley. I get to see Keisha, you know what I mean? Or little Rudy Huxtable. I'm not gonna call her Rudy Huxtable because I know they're probably disrespectful to her, but
We've been reading for like 30 years, man.
yeah, I get to see Miss Keisha. So
Yes.
and I get to see those positive, black influencers, those families, all of them, so I'm extremely happy, man, and I think this is the icing with the cake on and the cherry on top.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's beautiful.
All right, password. You ready for a game of password?
Let's do it.
All right. In the fall, Lego releases will be.
Mediocre.
Ooh,
I think I think he's usually the fall. You get a lot of dry sets because you gotta get that build up for the super sets, which are gonna come out on Christmas.
okay.
So I think the fall is gonna be real quiet. We're gonna get some quiet sets in the fall.
All right. Fall releases for me will be creeping.
Mm.
I think you're right. I think they're gonna slow walk us to the finale of the year. Um, but Star Wars saved this fall because they reintroduced the Ghost ship because Ahsoka's coming out. Now, I missed out on the Ghost, and I was in Lego, but I just wasn't in the Star Wars just yet.
Right, right,
And
right.
when I got bit, I built this UCS Ghost, which I still have. I broke it down, but I still have it. Um, but I missed out on that. And imagine if you was sitting on those sets, those old sets, right, with the ghosts, and that thing was probably creeping up to be anywhere from $500 to $800, probably close, probably $500. And now, bam, here's a new edition of the ghosts. A little bit larger, a little bit better pieces. You get different set of minifigures in it. What do you do?
Give me all your money. All your money. That's early. That's early Christmas gift right there.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely want that ghost, man. I think, and let me tell you, as being a land ambassador, I didn't get that. I didn't get that one, and I didn't get the new Marvel CMF line. I didn't get any of that. And
You
you know,
want
I've gotten a lot. I've gotten a lot, but I didn't get any of this stuff. And it's kind of
to
heartbroken because that's the stuff that I really want. That's the really stuff I really want. You know, it is. But
make
you
it.
know, you got to spread the love. So I'm not mad. I can go to the store and go get mine.
That's right.
So
Oh man,
all right, the future of Black Lego community will be
growing,
okay.
growing. Um, just the story that we had previous to this is proof that Lego is trying to do something.
Hmm.
And for us, unfortunately, they have to search out celebrities in order to do that. Because it's just not enough of us in the community to really be the to bring in families. We could bring in some, but some of those celebrities they have a far bigger reach,
Yeah.
far greater grasp. So I think as we continue to motivate and to move on, I think we'll start to see the community grow even more.
The future of the Black Lego community will be integrated. So I think it'll be integrated before it even become a growing thing because what's going to happen is that black families and black individuals will flock to Lego because now they're opening up the doors to welcome them in, and they will integrate with other communities. And I'm going to tell you that it probably isn't going to be a black community because the black people will integrate into the Lego community.
That's what you mean. Okay, that's fair. I can see that. Because you're gonna flock to where you feel most comfortable,
Hmm.
So and then there won't be as yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Lego Masters season 5 will be.
Sad to say, rushed. When they put the announcement that they're looking to cast season 5 and season 4 hasn't even dropped yet,
Mm,
that had me worried
yeah.
because I get it. You need the content. You need to have people on.
Hmm.
Again, I just don't want this to feel rushed.
Hmm.
We're jumping in and we're eliminated team after team. We're eliminated 2, 3 teams at a time.
Hmm.
I just don't want us to feel rushed. I just want us to take our time as we've done in the past. But I feel like it's going to feel rushed.
Okay. Lego Masters season 5 will be Fast and Furious. Yeah, it will be rushed. But you got to remember that the actors are on strike, so there got to be some type of content on TV. So mediocre dudes like you and I, this is our chance to be a star, and we're gonna rush through that picket line to be on the show. Yeah, it's going to be rushed because you figure that they probably with this coming up so fast, and like you said, they haven't even rolled out 4 yet. That the timeline to work with is probably very thin, and so you kind of feel a bit rushed and under pressure. So I don't want the recipe to be watered down, but I think season 5 just might be, might be.
Question: Will Arnett is Canadian.
Hmm.
He's an actor.
Hmm.
Is he going to be there? Is part of the strike affects actors? I think he's part of the SAG. Hmm.
But I think they got him under contract, even though he's one of the producers. They got him under contract, and this is a flow of money, even though you're not getting no money over there. And yeah, Will Arnett is probably what they call a scab, the people that go across the picket line. I didn't make that term up, bro. You know it, and you from being from Jersey, you ought to know because there's unions and there's a lot of strikes in Jersey.
Oh,
That's what they call it. That's what they
he's
call it.
walking right
They're
across.
walking right across the joint.
Oh, I gotta go make this money. I'm going to contract. Lego out. Yo, get your money, Will. Get your money,
Get
man.
your
Listen,
money, baby. Get your money. I
no,
ain't mad at you, Will.
real
Go on and be a scab. I ain't mad. All right. The biggest attraction at a Lego brick convention will be.
non-traditional AFOs.
Hmm,
Non-traditional AFOs.
okay.
Much as I played with Lego since I was a little boy, I don't consider myself to be no AFO.
Okay.
Because you're an adult fan of Lego. That's
Hmm.
what. But AFOs have a totally different meaning than the acronym.
Okay.
And I think that we are now becoming a subdivision of the word AFO. You
Hmm.
have traditional AFO, the ones who go to the conventions, they got the lawn chairs, they sit behind the booth, and people just walk by, take pictures of their bills. They sitting there, they're just chilling.
Right.
You ask a question, you answer that question, then you sit right back down.
Okay.
Then you have the AFOs that are celebrities, so to speak.
Hmm.
That's Lego masters. So we're up. We're up. We're showing our builds. Then
Hmm.
we're taking pictures. We're signing autographs. We're doing panels. We're doing a lot of stuff at the conventions that traditional AFOs didn't do.
Right.
They never did. Then you got the influencers. Now the influencers are they are spawned out of what we are because
Okay.
it became big off of Instagram because of the pandemic.
Okay.
Nobody was going anywhere. They started creating content, and then that started to spark. TikTok grew. They grew with TikTok, so they're a different breed.
Hmm.
I think the future of the conventions is you're going to see a phase out of the traditional AFOs and the welcoming, the rise of the new folds.
Okay.
I think.
Very, very good put. I like that. I like that. So I think you're right. I think the biggest attraction will be the social media influencers. I think they are running the gambit, which is good for a convention. You have to change with the times.
Mhm.
I love my old A falls, but I mean, if you're not up on the latest social media stuff, you're kind of going to get left in the wind. And so what's going to happen is you run into shows that are only by invite, right? So they invite people like me and you because they've seen us on TV once or twice, right? But
Yeah.
then they invite the social media influencers as well because they're big on the social media platforms, and they so wherever they go, their fans are coming too. And
Yes.
so and fans sell tickets. So maybe the old A fall, right? The old A fall who's probably just on Facebook or Instagram and do a post here and there, or just be a spectator on social media, right? Uh, um, they'll find themselves not getting invited to these conventions and then wonder why, like, why am I not getting invited to? Because that's what's going to boil down to. You're probably not going to be able to go sign up for these conventions. You're going to get invited, and they're going to cut you off by inviting. Your boy Chad is starting to do that, and because more dollars make sense. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So,
Exactly.
but and that's what he done. He cut the A fall out, and his exhibitioners, right, are by invite only.
Mm. It's crazy because there was a post by Bam uh, Crest Hill.
Hmm.
So we know him, Ryan.
Hmm.
And he had put up a post saying that Brickfest Live is coming to I guess a local town or whatever. And
Hmm.
he put him on blast and everything like that. And I was watching it, I was looking at it, and I was like, wow, this is where we are in our convention, in our society, where you have a show called like Brickfest Live that cut out the entire eightfold, the whole eightfold experience. They
Yeah.
don't get awards. They don't do opening ceremonies. They don't do none of that stuff. It's an exhibition. You know,
Yeah.
you put out your stuff. You have your vendors. You sell your thing. That's what I told you, man. Just like WWE, we cut
Yeah.
out all that other stuff that the other people were doing and said, "Nah, we're gonna do our own thing. We're gonna take this thing national."
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. And they rubbing a lot of people the wrong way. But those people that they're rubbing the wrong way are the traditional
Oh,
AFOs.
yeah. Yeah. And I get that, man. Like, I do, because I mean, I'm the traditional A-fall. That's how I started, and
There you
because
go.
that's how the game was in the beginning, right? Have
Yeah.
I evolved? Yeah, I evolved. I do some social media stuff and stuff like that, and doing this Lego Master thing helped me stay relevant a little bit. Um,
You came over to the dark side. Just say
yeah,
it. You
yeah.
dark side.
I have, and like I said, I could see a lot of the conventions.
Mm,
Eventually, they're gonna grow and do the chat model where it's like the exhibitioners, like the stuff like that. They're gonna cut out the A-fall stuff, and your exhibitioners are by invite only, like Brick Convention. To be an exhibitioner at Brick Convention, it's invite only. To be an exhibitioner at Brick Universe, it's invite only.
they roll out the red carpet. When I
Mhm.
mean roll out the red carpet, you got a section
Yeah,
just that building, and it's a
yeah,
large a space that would have been crowded with
yeah.
maybe 20 builders,
Yep.
and they have to fight for table space.
No. And
You
here's the thing, they got your banner up with your face on it. So, and like
come
Brick
on,
Convention, Bricks Convention is okay with me. Like, Ray Grayson's running his show. I love it.
mhm.
'Cause it's just, like you say, you're not wrestling for a spot. Let me tell you, at one point, Brickfest, and I won't say Brick because there's Brickfest before it was Brickfest Live. It was
Mhm.
Brickfest. Used to have to fight over tables, friend. And it was
Yeah.
2019 before Lego Masters. All my A4 friends, me and Jermaine, we got there, and we were supposed to be there with the social media people, and we couldn't because some kids displaying a set was at the table where I was supposed to be, and I ended up getting pushed out. Yeah, I ended up getting pushed out away from that group. I was a little, I hurt a little bit, yeah, because I'm like, yo, look, if that was my table, let me get that table,
Got a
you know,
bump.
right. But at the same time, at the end of it, I end up winning that category. Jermaine ended up winning that category, and then 2 months later, we're on Lego Masters.
Look at that.
So, but it cuts out that cliquishness, right? And being an A-fall, being a traditional A-fall, we clicked up.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
it is. You claned up with somebody. Being a traditional A-fall, you claned up. You are,
yeah.
and that kind of cuts that out, and that way you don't have to hustle and haggle for tables because your space is right there with your banner in your face.
Hmm. Listen, I'm not like I said. I'm not the traditional A4. I didn't go to Lego conventions growing up as a kid because we didn't have any. So the first convention I was introduced to,
Uh huh.
my face was all over the place when it came to Lego Masters during the Super Bowl. So I came in with the distinction. I don't need to fight for no space.
Right.
I got the invite. They said, yeah, we got this set up for you. You want to set up, you want to put your stuff here, you can put your stuff here. And then that's just growing like, all right, I'm coming out. What's the cost? Okay, that's the cost. All right, that works for me. Or if there's no cost, yeah, I have no problem doing that. Just give me two tables, and let me do my thing. You
Yeah.
know, that's what I'm accustomed to
Yeah.
as an A-fall slash celebrity, I guess. That's
Yeah.
what I'm accustomed to,
Yeah.
and again, that's what we are.
Absolutely. Next up, VIP turns into insider.
So I really don't know a lot about this change.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm the type person that if it ain't broke, why we trying to fix it?
It was broken. Now I'm gonna tell you, it was broken. It was
Okay,
broken.
that's fair.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Again, that's as a non-traditional AFOL.
Mhm.
AFOLs, y'all, they looking at their points. They're there every release day. They're there for the double point. When I buy Lego, I'm just buying Lego for my students.
Yeah.
I'm not in the Lego store buying Lego because I ain't got time to rush all the way. Listen, Target is right around the corner from where I live. I go right in Target, do that, and then they say you can get your points through Target, but you got to jump through hoops and show your receipt. Listen, we live in a digital age. I don't get no receipt. I just pull out my app, doop, and I'm out the door. That's
Right.
it. I don't got time to be waiting for that printout, and then I got to go through it. And come on, man, I'm not jumping through all those hoops, man. Not in 2023. So, um, If the system was broken, then I'm glad that they're addressing it and they're doing something different. But I've seen a lot of mixed reaction regarding change from the community. Some people like the idea, some people hate it.
Yeah.
Me, on the fence. I could care either way.
I want you to take a look down at your phone. Tell me how many Lego apps you have in it.
That's a good one. Let's see.
About to school this boy.
I'm about to show you right now.
How many Lego apps you got?
No.
As I'm gonna tell you, as your friend, and as you are a teacher, a Lego educator, and a builder, it's pretty sad, man. Let me tell you. So I have Lego Powered Up app. I got the Lego Control Plus. I have the Lego Mario Builder, and I probably got some other Lego. So outside of that, I have my VIP account, and then I have some other Lego related subscriptions or things that I'm tied into. Insider pulls all that together
Mm.
so that you have one login for all of those things
One.
versus this login for that, this login for that, this login for that, this login for that. What was my password for that? No, I forgot. Inside it brings it all together under one. That's why it was broken.
Mm.
Um,
Okay.
and so it puts everything in one place. Now, your VIP points, you're not gonna lose your points. You're not gonna, you're not gonna lose out on VIP. You're not gonna lose out on A fall day. You're not gonna lose out on any of that. It's just tying all those loose ends and bringing it together. Basically, it's like a Lego data cloud, right?
Mm.
For all those things under one umbrella. It's the meta, right? The meta. That's the thing. That's what we're going for these days. A meta where it's a one stop shop.
Yeah. Let me let me let me be clear. I have the Power Up app, but that's for school. That's my got that, and I got the Lego Life. Those are the two apps that I do have on the phone, but they're for my classes. They're not for me personally.
Yeah,
So really, I'm old school, man. I'm typing Lego.com
right.
and I'm scrolling like this with my glasses. I'm old, man. I'm old. I can't have all these apps doing all this stuff. But if Inside is going to take all that stuff and consolidate it under one roof, all I ask is this: when people are trying to vote for my camera and they have to jump through hoops to get to just submit, can we fix that as well? So that QR code and then boom, the end. Can we do that, please? Because 10K is a lot, and I'm not even scratching the surface on 1K. So I need some help. Help. Please go and vote on Lego Ideas DSLR
Yes.
camera under Corey Samuels. Please
Please
go.
get this guy to the top. Please get him to the top, man. He been at the bottom for a long time. We need to get him up there, man. We get him up there.
And I'm humble. I work, but I I need a break. Oh man.
Yeah, man. Not bad, man. Not bad. Just and that's all it is that nobody's taking your points away. And in fact, they included a scan program with not a scam, scan program where like you can actually scan your instruction booklets of your old sets
Mm.
you had to get the points and so now you can up on your points. Me, I kind of throw them joints out, bro. I don't keep them around, because if I keep them, bugs get into them. They get kind of like it get kind of clutterish for me, man. Like I can't do that.
But here's the thing too, man. That there's a hole in that because you get people who get those bulks from like Facebook Marketplace.
Hmm.
They go to those bulks, and then you see the instruction books inside those bulks. People can just scan them, get the points for something they
That's
ain't
what
even
it is.
buy.
Here's the question too. I wonder if I could scan for every set that I got that was given to me by the land. I didn't pay for. I wonder if I could scan to get the points, see what happened. Like I won't because morally, the cop in me won't let me do that.
You try to get million. That's what
That's what I say. The cop in me won't let me do that because I know it's wrong. So like, I know, and I don't even have to be a cop. I just know that's wrong. So I wouldn't do that. But I somebody probably tried. I bet you somebody tried. Bet you. Bet you
For,
went.
for the record, folks, Mel Brown is not scanning, Lego sets from the land. You
Oh,
know,
I'm
we're
not.
gonna take that clip and we're gonna flip right over to the lands. Look, Mel telling on himself. He's doing it.
I'm not. I'm not. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you, like, I can't. Even if I want to, I can't because as soon as I build something, I toss the box out. I toss the instructions out because it's digital, bro. So like, if I need to break it down, I can break it down, put it in a sandwich bag, and build it later because the instructions are online.
That's it.
So so I wouldn't even if I didn't, if I collected them, I wouldn't do that because it's just to me that's just not morally right. Like now the ones I pay my own money, yeah, I'm cashing them joints in, bro. I'm just zing.
That's what's up.
Corey, do you think that the women social media influencers are more successful than the boys?
Oh boy. Oh man, this is that's a controversial question.
Yeah.
Because whew, okay, let me all right, let me you know me, I'm the Mr. Cautious. I'm the one that doesn't like to cause any controversy. That's all you. You can have that all day. Um man, are the women influencers more popular than the men?
Mhm.
Sadly, the influencers that are popular than the men are often popular because of their physical appearance.
Mhm.
And I hate that it's like that, but this is the society that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's a Lego, doesn't matter if it's sports, doesn't matter if it's entertainment. Just like Hollywood, they love what's new and cute and beautiful. They don't go to the women who have, that have aged gracefully with time.
Right.
They don't look for those women no more. They want the new and hot.
Mhm.
So when you look at the men in the community, look, for example, Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
You look at Mr. Beast and he looks like a regular dude that's standing at the bus
Kid.
stop,
He looks like a kid. Beard and all. He still look like a kid.
look like a kid. He looked like some dude you will find in a library,
Mhm.
checking out a bunch of books, unassuming,
Mhm.
just follow, right? You
Right.
go on Instagram, and let's keep it in the realm of influencers. The female influencers on in Instagram,
Mhm.
do Lego and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yes, they're awesome builders.
Yeah.
Yes, got great content.
Yeah.
But the first thing a lot of people see who are non-Lego fans, they're looking at this,
Yeah.
and then the next they're looking at this and seeing if they're showcasing that. Again, sad to say, that's the reality that we're in. So to answer the question, I think certain influencers have the edge over the men
Mhm.
because of the way society views women.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm gonna be controversial in this one. Yeah, I am.
Okay. No,
I am.
we'll get
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna try to do without naming people. Um,
All
I
right.
think I think that's true. I think it's true 100%. And here's why. And I don't even think it. I don't even think like I. Don't, I think it goes farther than just the women. And I'd be wrong, bro, if I sat here and like I said, everything was just colorblind to what it is and everything like that. But it isn't. Um, I can tell you if you're a white teenager male, you're probably going to have a very successful time on Instagram and TikTok, right? And I say that because look at Dominic from season three.
Yep.
Young dude, he's a teenager, even though he's a grown man now. He's a teenager. He
Like
is a teenager, and he's got so much energy because he's a teenager. But every kid that has an Instagram, ages 12 and up, will see him as the next Mr. Beast because he's so full of energy. He looks like a teen, and so they,
you
and so
know,
they, they'll. My kid would watch him, My kid would watch him before he watched me. And so, even so, like, I even had we had the luxury of being with two cosplay chicks, right, on Lego Masters. And the one said to me, "Hey, look, you know why your Instagram will never make it? Because you don't look like me." And she had blonde hair. She had that physical ability, bro, and she was cute in the face.
Hmm.
And so, you take a minute to sit back and look, and it's just like, remember we had that talk about, like, a black girl goes to a toy store and she picks up that doll that don't look like her, and then she picks up the doll that look like her, and she chooses the one that don't look like her, the one with the blonde hair, because and society says, "Oh, this doll is cute because it has blue
Hmm.
eyes,"
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so I think that even though we preach about, inclusion and making sure everybody, but I think that when you get to the ice cream, when you get to the ice cream line and you look at the flavors, you go get that popular flavor every time. Why? Because society says this flavor is the best flavor.
Hmm.
And that was the best way I can clean that up.
You know what? And you're not wrong. You're not wrong in saying that, because at the end of the day, I mean, if we're pulling references, even I'm gonna stick with our season, Lego Master season. You know, you kind of see where the height of followings and the type of pages that are being followed, right? And it has, and again, it's, yes, it's the builds that they do, but it's also the personality, and it's also what society has accepted in this realm. And we're just two individuals that got the opportunity to be on a platform like Lego Masters,
Hmm.
right? And the way that we grow our channel is all based on how we present ourselves to society,
Right.
at the end of the day. So, I me personally, I used to care about my following. I used to I used to be really upset about that. Like, man, I did this, I did this, I did this, and I'm only right here.
Yeah.
And I see other people who don't do as much as I do, and yet still they up here.
It
And
way
I
up
used
there.
to be bothered by that.
Yeah.
But I look at it like, you know what, this is, I'm putting my piece of the puzzle on the whole scheme of things.
Hmm.
Now, my piece of the puzzle is at the very bottom of the puzzle, or is in the middle of the puzzle, or is in primary spot of the puzzle. It doesn't matter to
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
anymore. As long as I'm able to put my piece on, that's all I really care about.
Yeah.
So that's just where society is. That's where we are.
Yeah, I think the ladies are crushing it. I think the ladies are crushing it. They are showing a lot of energy, and like you said, it's not saying that the ladies are doing less and doing, like, having more success doing less. I'm not saying that.
Not
Ladies
at
are
all.
putting their work in. They doing their thing, but they can get to the top a lot faster than you and I.
Yeah.
And that's
And,
that's
and,
that's reality.
and there's nothing wrong with that,
No.
because there's nothing wrong with that, because at the end of the day, you know, um, they're growing their channel, they're growing their page for the same reasons why we try to grow ours.
Hmm. Well,
So all you do is congratulate them and just be there to help them succeed. You know,
absolutely.
at the
Yep.
end of, so we build up, we don't tear down.
Yeah, yeah. Keep rocking out, girls. It's nothing controversial. We just seeing the real, but just keep rocking out. Keep doing your thing. I'm not mentioning anybody or saying any names, anything like that. But I see you out there on Instagram, on TikTok. You are doing the thing. So,
Yes, absolutely.
friend, that's all I have for you. What you got going on?
Oh man, I'm heading to San Diego this weekend to do another STEM workshop.
Awesome,
So
man. Awesome.
I'm
Crushing it, bro.
out that I'm gonna be out there during the weekend.
Okay.
I'm gonna try my best to get out and explore uh, when I can. And then I got a nice little break. Got a nice little Labor Day. So I ain't going nowhere. I ain't doing nothing. Just gonna chill with the fam. And then that weekend we back at it again, man. Here we
Yeah. Cool, man. Cool.
you know. Never stops, man. Never stops.
Never
Got
stop, man. Never stop. I'm headed to Brick Slopes this weekend. And so never been. I was supposed to go a couple years back and got sidelined, but so the prodigal son returns. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going out there to make the best. Um, going to buy my t-shirts, my minifigs. I'm gonna have those for sale. So
You know?
support a brother.
Listen,
Um,
I'm gonna ask you how it went because we all got the invite to
mhm.
come down the slopes the
Yeah,
20th, but everything got shut down.
yeah.
So I missed the boat on this one, but just all I ask is just don't burn the place down. I, I want to be out there. I want to see slopes myself too. I want to hang out with Cody and the guys, and all that stuff. I'm part
Right,
of the
right, right,
part of the guild. I'm part of the guild too. So
right, right. Yeah, yeah, true, true.
be there. But just don't burn it down. That's all I
Right.
ask.
Take the bird down.
Yeah.
Oh man, we got that, and then we got a Brick Aries coming up, man.
Mm,
Not every Comic Con Brick Aries.
Brick Eerie.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a lot larger. It's supposed to be a brick convention. So
Mm,
you're gonna have the Comic Con on one side in a different building, and the Brick Convention will be in its own building.
listen, man, trendsetters, man. We can set the trend, man.
Yeah,
You never know. 10 years, 5 years from now, all brick conventions might become half Comic Con, half brick. Who knows?
yeah, that'd be a big thing. That'd be a big thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right,
Forward to it.
all right, folks. We will do better next time. All right,
That's all.
go USA.